Think about the last time you had a really good night of sleep, or the last time you felt completely calm and relaxed, or a moment when everything clicked, when you were focused, sharp, thinking clearly, or a moment of stress when your mind was racing and you could not slow it down. All of those moments feel completely different, and they should, because in each one, your brain was running on a different frequency, a different type of brain wave. Your brain produces electrical signals all day and all night, and those signals change depending on what you are doing and how you are feeling. There are 5 main types of brain waves, and understanding them helps explain why you feel the way you feel and how to use that knowledge to think better, sleep better, and feel better. The first type is called delta waves. These are the slowest brain waves your brain produces, and they show up during the deepest sleep. Not light sleep, not dreaming sleep, the really deep, completely unconscious sleep where you have no awareness of anything at all. This is when the body does most of its repair work. The immune system gets restored. Damaged cells get fixed. The brain clears out the toxic waste that built up during the day. Delta waves are the reason that a truly deep night of sleep feels so different from a light one. When delta wave sleep is disrupted, the body does not get that deep repair. And you wake up feeling like you barely slept at all, even if you were in bed for 8 hours. The second type is theta waves. These show up during light sleep and deep relaxation, but also during daydreaming. That drifting half-awake state just before you fall asleep or just after you wake up, or when your mind wanders during a long shower or a quiet walk. Theta waves are strongly linked to creativity and memory formation. This is why some of the best ideas seem to arrive when you are not trying to think. When you step away from a problem and your brain drifts into theta, connections form that focused thinking never would have found. Experienced meditators show high levels of theta waves, because deep meditation puts the brain into exactly this open, creative state. The third type is alpha waves. These are the waves of calm, relaxed wakefulness, when you are awake but not actively thinking about anything. Eyes closed, comfortable, at ease. Alpha waves are often called the bridge between active thinking and deep relaxation. Alpha waves increase when you close your eyes, and they drop almost immediately when you open your eyes or start concentrating on something. This is why closing your eyes for even a moment, taking a breath, stepping away from a screen gives the brain a small but real reset. Light meditation increases alpha waves significantly, and higher alpha activity is linked to lower anxiety and a calmer emotional state. Alpha is the brain's natural resting frequency. The fourth type is beta waves. These are the waves of normal waking life. Thinking, problem solving, paying attention, having a conversation, making a decision. Beta waves are what the brain runs on for most of the day, and at normal levels, they are useful. They keep you alert, focused, and engaged. But when beta activity becomes too high or stays high for too long, it is strongly linked to anxiety and stress, the racing mind, the inability to switch off, the feeling that your brain just will not stop. That is excessive beta, the brain stuck in high gear with no way to slow down. This is why rest and stepping away from screens actually matters, not just for the body, but to bring beta activity back to a level the brain can sustain without burning out. The fifth type is gamma waves. These are the fastest brain waves of all, and they show up during peak mental performance. Complex problem solving, moments of sudden insight, the kind of deep concentration where everything clicks and makes sense. Gamma waves are linked to the brain pulling information from different regions together, combining memories, ideas, and perceptions into one clear, unified understanding. Think of it as the brain at full power. Research has found that experienced meditators show extraordinarily high gamma wave activity, much higher than people who do not meditate, which suggests that the brain's capacity for peak performance can actually be trained over time. Now here is something important. Your brain is never running on just one wave at a time. All 5 types are always present across different parts of the brain all at once. What changes is which one is dominant. When you are in deep sleep, delta leads. When you are daydreaming, theta leads. When you are calm and still, alpha leads. When you are thinking hard, beta leads. When you are at your sharpest, gamma leads. And the things you do every day, how well you sleep, how often you rest, whether you give your brain time to wander, whether you meditate or move or breathe slowly, All of these are directly shaping which brain waves your brain spends the most time in. Your daily habits are not just habits. They are literally tuning your brain to a specific frequency. And that frequency shapes everything about how you think, how you feel, and what you are capable of. Thank you for watching.